What it do? What it do? It's your boy Jay Reed. We got another guest coming on the platform. Y'all press that subscribe button. Link in the bio. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Link in the bio. Share it with everybody. Y'all boy, show your boy some love, man. Yeah. We got it, man. We got another one. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how's it going? I'm
Hey,
good.
Morgan.
Yourself?
I'm having a great day today right now. I can't complain. How about you?
I'm having a great day as well.
Bless. I tell everybody where you born and raised at.
I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois.
Chirac.
Yes. It's not really Chirac. It's Chicago, Illinois. It's the people that are crazy. I don't think it's the city.
The people that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, that sounds good on paper though, but I won't be caught dead walking to Chicago by myself. Goddamn it!
Oh
Now,
no, you should definitely go to Chicago with somebody that you know that's from there if you not from there.
I'm assuming you look like you went in the trenches of Chicago. You look like you stayed on some of the east side or the north side. You don't strike
I
me as
actually I grew up on the low end and no end. I grew up 43rd Street on Berkeley. It's close to the lake. So yeah, it is over east. And it is like not too far from downtown. So kind of in that northeastern region. Yeah.
now. How far now? Why do you feel like the violence in Chicago is so bad? Though? Like, why do you feel like the violence is just at an upscale though? At an
I
all time high?
yeah, I think it's has a lot to do with just the environment that they're having to live in and survive in around there, Like
Mm,
one, it's cold 9 months out of a 12-month year. You feel me? So you
mm,
get hot weather for 3 months. You didn't been had this rage cooped up in the house all winter, and you got enemies outside. Not to mention you have the resources that's not even being supplied by the people in our community. It's being brought from outside sources. Let's get that clear. You feel me? Like there's bigger forces at hand behind that drops weapons off into these neighborhoods. Where it's
mm-hmm.
like that crabs in a barrel mentality. Everybody trying to eat. Everybody hungry. So if somebody taking food out of your family mouth, of course, it's gonna lead to all this type of violence. That's what I think. I just think it has a lot to do with um the climate, the environment, and government. To be honest, I had to say it. I had to.
Now that sounds good on paper, Morgan, but I feel like it's the people. Now, I
You
tell people this all the time. I don't like being around a lot of black people because I feel like some violence is gonna happen. I don't like niggas though. I hate niggas like the Nazi. I hate niggas. I love black folk, but man, I can't stand some niggas. I don't
okay?
like being around niggas.
I understand that. And yes, you do have a case of that too. Now, some of them are just niggas and they just ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. They not even understanding. I don't even think they understand how they impact the lives around them. They thinking, oh, it's just me, it's just my gang, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't even realize how it goes outside of that. It affects so many other people that are just trying to be working class citizens to make sure that the tax dollars can allow them to, you know, get these weapons or do whatever they're doing, get their stimmy checks so that they can't go and do something stupid with it. So you're right. It's not all about what sounds good on paper. It is about the niggas to some degree.
It's the niggas. It's the niggas all the way. And I
What
do
do you
feel
think?
like,
Why do you think all the way? The thing is we all come here not knowing anything, right?
mm-hmm.
So Where do you think they got this from?
Well, they got it from the. I mean, I believe they're dumping it in the city, but the niggas are still making the decision to do that. I don't. This is what I feel like though. The media. Well, if you're in Chicago, you ain't watching out for the media. You watching out for niggas, people that look like me and you. Niggas are stealing from you. Niggas are shooting people out there. I remember I heard something on. I think it was a cop. It was a dispatch call, and the cop said, "Don't even go out there. Let them niggas kill each other in Chicago." I said, "Man, I can't believe this shit."
Wow.
He said, "Let them kill each other."
Wow. That's deep. Now that's deep. That, I mean, I've heard that too. Also, coming from my father was a Chicago police officer for
Mm-hmm.
more than my life, like he was a police officer for longer than I've been born. And it was also during the 90s as well. Like, I think he might have retired in 2012. So he didn't go too far over into what the madness is of Chicago now.
Mm-hmm.
So I I think that to a degree you're right, but he knows people who have been a part of helping young men, do these things, young men be a part of this violence, providing the resources, as I've said again, dropping this shit off in our hoods, providing the resources that they needed in order to conduct this violence. So I think that if they cared as much as they say they care, they'll figure out how to stop that first, because you kill a snake at the head first, right? Right. So I don't see why that concept is so hard to grasp. Yes, yes, it is their fault, but if we can do something to help, they're not doing anything to help, and they could do something to help further than what they're doing. And like you said, the police officer himself said, let them niggas kill each other. They didn't even want to, they didn't even want to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the issue. It's not only that they are taking the initiative to do this shit, is once they do it, ain't nobody really stopping it or trying to really push the fact that this is wrong. You should not be doing this. And that's what I think is going on in Chicago right now at this point. They so focused on the bottom line. We all living in this pandemic, resetting this monopoly board. They so focused on that violence, that's the bottom of the totem pole. Like you said, these niggas gonna kill each other. They want us to take each other out anyway. They trying to, minimize on this population. Y'all keep having babies too. So it's all, I think it all goes hand in hand. That's how I feel. Like, you could say, yes, the niggas. I would love to just be able to just blame the niggas. But
It
it's
is the
it's
niggas. It's the niggas. I'm gonna say this the niggas.
okay. I'm gonna let you have that then.
I'm scared of niggas, bro. I'm scared of niggas, bro.
You said
Mm-mm.
very
I'm scared of niggas, bro. If there's a lot of niggas somewhere, I'm very cautious. I'm on my P's and Q's. Like, I don't know. When I look at the news, bro, it'd be crazy ass black boys, and I'm scared of young white men because they might shoot the motherfucking store or some shit. Those people I'm scared of too.
Yeah, they do mass incarcerations. It'd be one of them.
Mad, no, they do mass shootings. Mass shootings.
Yeah, mass shootings. You're right. I'm sorry, not incarcerations. I'm mistalking. The police do mass incarceration.
Oh
When
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they know they do the mass shootings. The white folk, yeah, they do mass shootings. You right.
Man, I seen an angry motherfucker in Walmart the other day. Angry white man. I got scared of shit. I tried to find the nearest exit as possible because I knew this motherfucker might shoot this son of a bitch up.
That is true. As a matter of fact, you have a point with that, because I just saw something that was on Instagram and they're trying to get it to go viral. The story of like a young black couple that had a food truck business, and they were renting a kitchen to store their food and store their inventory from a white couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the black lady goes in to meet with the people that they're renting from. She was thinking that it's all business. They're about to go over contracts and stuff, probably renegotiate how they have their infrastructure for the business. And the guy proceeds to like go all crazy. She said the whole time when she sat down and began to start talking to him, she felt kind of off. And do you know he pulled out a gun on her and her husband, and her husband had to tell her to call the police because she didn't want to call the police because she didn't feel like they was the first people that can help. She didn't feel like first response could help
Mm-hmm.
her because
Mm-hmm.
she's black, her husband's black, and this white man has a gun, but she was afraid that if the police showed up, they were going to shoot her husband, thinking that he was the one.
Wow.
It's crazy. Behind it, the
Mm-hmm.
man spent a few hours in jail. He still to this day has not been convicted. His wife terminated their contract, making them lose thousands of dollars in inventory because they had no place to put their food after his wife decided that they could no longer rent from them.
Right.
And their business is suffering tremendously because of it. And they didn't do anything wrong. This white man just kind of, if you see the story, and like you just said, you don't never know where it's going to come from. I feel that same way, especially now living during these times, but I got my faith. And I just feel like wherever I'm at, if it's my time, it's my time, because I'm so good with God. I know where I'm going. And I know if I'm done here, guess what? I'm going to come back by a different name with a different face, singing a different tune or song, or probably singing a song. You know?
Do
I
you feel
just,
like they make excuses for white people when they do mass shootings, like they like to say mental
yes,
health?
yes. Don't look, what else you want to know? Because that one is a concrete yes. Do I need to say more? We have seen it thousands of times. They said the reason why he's not in jail right now is because we don't know if he was actually going to shoot. But he had a gun. And there's so many black people behind supposedly having a gun that didn't have one that's
Yeah, facts.
you know, that frustrates me. And honestly, the reason why I stay so blissful and ignorant and try to just keep my eyes focused on God is because I don't have the energy to hate another race or anybody as much as it makes me feel like hating them when I get to speak. You feel me? That's why I kind of, you know, I kind of put myself in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
That's the outside world. I'm over here and here. Even though that's just one way to approach it. I don't think that it's the best way, but
Mm-hmm.
it's it's what I do right now to help me keep my anxiety level down and to keep peace. So I can call it. I can call it.
I don't understand though about the mental health shit. What happened to crazy though? People just forgot about motherfucking crazy. What happened to crazy motherfuckers out here? Like insane motherfuckers, like psychopaths, these uncivilized mutts doing
Well,
shit.
so nowadays everybody woke. So
Oh, that's bullshit. Ain't nobody woke. Motherfuckers still them goddamn in their pajamas sleep, man. Shit, motherfuckers ain't woke.
I feel you. I feel the same way, right? But everybody woke. So crazy can't just be crazy if you're so woke. You know
No,
what?
they ain't crazy no more. They're uncivilized mutts.
They uncivilized mutts.
Uncivilized mutts.
Okay, I think I like that terminology. Even though mutt, it's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh.
That's what it is, though. I just feel like they're just making so many excuses, though, about mental health, their childhood. They ain't had nobody to play with them. All that bullshit. That's
Yeah,
fucking crazy, man.
yeah. Facts,
You know?
facts.
So in Chicago in the summertime, though, they say the bullets always rang out there. Is it hot girl summer still in Chicago a lot?
Definitely. It's definitely hot girl summer in Chicago. What do you mean? It actually is hotter in Chicago too because the air is kind of dry. You know, like in other hot climates, it's more moist, and so it's more like the humidity that mess you
Right.
up. Nah, when it finally get hot up in Chicago, you feel like the sun's sitting on your back. So that's like they go from extremely cold to extremely hot. Of course, they don't know how to fucking control their emotions, and they just out here shooting people out willy nilly. I
Right.
think that I think that the reason why, like you said, you scared of the niggas, it's the niggas. I get it. But at the same time, you just said on the other hand, for white people, they'll come up with all sorts of excuses. So where's our excuse? Because
We don't get excuses because we're black.
you said what now?
We don't get excuses because we're black.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I was about to get. That's the point I was trying to make. We don't get excuses. However, we come from a lineage of the most trauma. So you think we don't already come here with, some sort of um I don't know what the word would be, but it's already intertwined in our DNA. It's already in our genetic makeup, even before we could speak, even
Mm-hmm.
before we know, you know, like have a full comprehension on what is going on in the world. We are already traumatized. So that's another reason why I don't want to necessarily say that I'm afraid of my people, afraid of niggas or scared of niggas. I'm not. I understand that it's nothing wrong with you. Something happened to you. And if we just took a time to have just as much compassion for people with this skin color as we do for people with any other skin color, maybe some things could change.
Now,
So
mhm.
no, go ahead. Yeah, I'm done, baby.
What are some of the most dangerous areas in Chicago for people who visit and who they need to stay away from?
Well, we ain't even gone skip over what's the obvious. 63rd Street, O Block, everything they rapping about, everything anything you could hear in the Chicago rap, what streets they be on, where they be, that's where you probably want to stay away from. Because they definitely know if you roll in there, you're not from around there. Trust me. That's just it. At the same time in Chicago, because it how it is, it's kind of segregated. So black people are all kind of with black people, Asians all kind of with Asians, whites with whites, and so forth and so on. You know, his Mexicans and Hispanics. I'm not sure if that's the politically correct term. However, we kind of bunch up by our ethnic culture anyway. In the state of Illinois, it's already very segregated, and I'm sorry, I forgot the question. What was I trying to address? What point I was
What
trying
are
to?
some of the most dangerous areas in Chicago?
Yeah, it's already kind of segregated. So with me being from prominently black communities, I know where to take you and where not to take you. That's just all I can say. You have to be from there to really know where you should frequent or where you should just stay away from. And some of our neighborhoods, it be the very same block. Like this house is on this end of the block in a different tax bracket from the houses on this side of the block. And they understand and know that about each other. If you grew up in that area, trust me, the hoodlums or whoever over there doing the shooting on that side of the block, they're not gonna bother you. You grew up in that neighborhood. Actually, you protected. You feel me? If they know you, if you've been outside, actually you are protected. So it's just you got to be from there. It's a catch-22 because it may look like, oh, I don't want to go on this block, but it could actually probably be a decent block. The thugs' grandparents probably live on that block. You feel me? And they just keeping it safe. So that's the thing. You have to really not be afraid to just talk to these people and see who is who. Because everybody ain't the same.
Have you ever seen Oprah down there?
I have not seen her. I've seen R.Kelly. I go to where she stays a lot though, because my mom used to work for the Ritz-Carlton and she owned a penthouse in the top of the Ritz-Carlton, that hotel. So I know that she's been there. My mother has seen her quite a bit, but not me so much. And I do know I have friends and family members that have worked for her. I can't
Okay.
say that I've been in her mix, but look, we shall meet one day. Okay.
You say you met R. Kelly. Where you met him at his mansion or you met him in public? He invite you to his
Don't
mansion?
don't play with. I met him in public in the water tower. Actually, it was like on the elevator of the water tower plaza, and it was a great experience. I was very young at the time too, and I just remember him being he was hot and popping back then. He had his security, and this was when you remind me of my deep and all that was still playing on the radio. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
vivid. Yeah, that's a very vivid memory, so it stands out. And I did not get the chance to talk to him, but I have been in contact with like some friends that had the chance to talk to him, like post the documentary, post that they play basketball with him. I got friends that play basketball with R. Kelly, and he literally is just like a normal man. He's a normal man. He has his vices, he has his ends that he has to get over, but who don't?
But
I
did they see any underage girls trapped in bedrooms, feeding them under trays, under the door, and have women in goddamn fish
I
tanks and
don't
shark tanks?
say all that. What I can say is he did tell me that he did have females with him that literally do whatever he say. And then when I say literally, literally do whatever he say. So if he was to tell them to go behind a trap door and all this, and they probably would.
Mm.
That's all I know. But I'm not there. You ain't heard this from me, but word on the street is that's that kind of information. I wasn't there, so I can't call it for myself.
They didn't see him pee on any girls either.
I ain't
Urinate on any women.
no, I
No
have
sex tape. They didn't find any sex tapes.
no, okay. I'm pretty sure they discarded of all that now since it's all out in the open.
You,
But like I said, still Chicago culture, we ain't canceling R. Kelly. I'm still gonna be stepping in the name of love. Okay.
I know that's right. I know that's right. You still gonna be bumping Chocolate Factory
You feel me?
after he done piss on that girl on tape.
Nah, he ain't gonna. Nah, I don't want all that. Nah, he can hold the piss, keep the music. That's how I
I feel
feel.
like R. Kelly the only singer I know who could drop a sex tape and then drop an album. People forget about that shit. Like, man,
For real, that is literally what was going on. He's so genius with that. Man, I remember running home every day. I mean, no, and not every day, but every week when a new Trapped in the Closet was coming out. We ran home to the radio to listen to that.
That was a
He was
classic.
he was before his time. That's some shit you expect to hear like nowadays, like something genius where it's an episodic whole type of album thing. It was
Mm-hmm.
episodes. We waiting for the next chapter to come out. That man was genius. And so no, not gonna cancel him. I used to run home to listen to him. I love R. Kelly, even as a kid. Like a lot of them, you seen in the documentary, a lot of their parents signed them kids up to go with R. Kelly. What?
I
What?
mean, I don't understand. If I see piss, I'm gonna run. But she just seemed to piss and stayed. Like she was like pissing my mouth, like the golden shower type shit. I don't know, man. That's that new. That's that new age girl
I
shit right there.
people like what they like. Okay, don't I can't knock it. I won't judge it. I
You
just
into that too?
no, thank you.
And how old you is? You say you remember how old you is?
How now? A woman never reveals her age. Reed, come on now.
What year you graduated high school?
What year did I graduate high school?
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable answering that question. 2010. Now you let that sizzle in your spirit.
About 31. Like 30, 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah.
it a year or two. Yeah.
You 32?
I said give or take a year or two.
Yeah, about 31, 30, 31. Well, yeah, man. I feel like, with R. Kelly, I don't see how he canceled because on Spotify, Ignition got like 100 million streams already. So I don't see how he's canceled. Like,
The cancel culture
it's
is
bullshit. Nobody's canceled. Now they keep doing
exactly
music.
it's a flop. Cause you're not gonna cancel people because if they turn around and do something that you like, guess what? You're gonna be buying it, bopping to it, supporting. They're gonna be supporting.
I
I've,
mean,
I've learned that about my people nowadays. It only matters in that moment. Give it a few days. We don't care no more.
Black people ain't really consistent when it comes to shit like that. Everybody was going hard for the Black Lives Matter, and then Will and Jada said entanglements, and people forgot about it, and it just went across. It just came oblivious to everybody's mind, and it was just erased. But
It's
I don't understand. We
that
was going hard for 2 weeks straight about George Floyd, who was talking about this cop was dirty for that, and then soon as Jada Wills did some shit. Oh man, entanglements. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, this is true. However, I do feel like they kind of stuck to their guns on the Breonna Taylor issue, though. I was proud of our people for
No,
that.
they didn't. As soon as they said Will and Jada entanglements, it came away.
When the entanglement happened, that was over too. I don't think so. I still,
Yes, I know so.
you know, so
I know.
wow. Well, I'm not that deeply immersed into it because, like I told you, I'm an empath, and so I take on a lot of other people's emotions and feelings as well. And in order to keep myself, like I said, grounded, I I have to know when to separate. You know, I have to know when to detach, and I have to know when to just go to the things that help me stay in a positive state of mind. So that's what I practice more so. I'm more spiritually in tune than I am with what's going on in the world, because what I remember my grandmother preaching to me when I was young is that you could be in this world, but you do not have to be of it, baby girl. So that's how I try to live my life.
Well, you got that from Sprinkle of Jesus.
No, I got that from my grandma.
You didn't get that. You ain't get that from the Shade Room quote inspiration for the day.
No, I did not. As a matter of fact, you heard it here first. And if you see anybody else say it, just go ahead and, at me, because it's plagiarizing if you don't.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's flawed. And also, I remember the R. Kelly shit. He was on trial for 5 years. I didn't understand that. I ain't never heard of a trial for 5 damn years.
Right? And I think they kept postponing it because he had the money and the power to do so.
And like I felt like every time he went to the judge, he said, "Are they ready?" Like, no, I'm about to drop this album. Nope. I'm about to drop this album. Nope. It's just like I kept saying, I'm about to go drop an album. So I was like,
But so
bro.
many people that got paid behind him still being out and able to make music. So that's what I'm saying. They do what's going to benefit the system more so, because it's this systemic culture that they have. It has to follow their certain guidelines and certain procedures. He was getting a lot of people paid. At the time, it benefited the higher. It benefited your 5%ers, 1%ers, whatever. You know?
Right.
That's how I feel about that.
Uh,
Because,
uh,
go ahead.
also, My bad. What you saying?
No, I'm sorry. I was listening.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you feel about when the Vow leaked? He was married to Aaliyah. Now I didn't want to believe it, but I had to believe it because that's proof right there. They got receipts. What was your thoughts on that when they revealed he was married to Aaliyah for a brief moment of time? And she was 15 and he was 27 or 28 years of age.
Um, I think when I first heard about it, because you got to remember, I'm from Chicago, so a lot of this is not new to me. A lot of this was addressed when I was much younger. So now I really just don't care because I'm like, I've been hearing about this for years and I still have been bopping R. Kelly's music. But I think that I wouldn't condone that. I wouldn't allow my 15-year-old to marry a 27-year-old. No, because it's so much development that the brain has yet to go through that a 15-year-old comprehension ain't the same as a 27-year-old, and that's how he's able to control the mind first, and then everything else just comes with it. So I don't think that was okay, but that was a different time. I wasn't shit. I was even younger than both of them at that time, you know. So I don't think that I'm too well versed to speak on it. I just know I wouldn't condone it. I know it's out of my moral compass, but life is life. You never know what people have to do to survive. I also can't judge it too much because my grandmother had her first child at 16 and my grandfather was 21 at the time. You feel me? So it just seems like they were not far removed from a time when shit like that was acceptable too. So it's just a big deal now because everybody is woke. That's what I feel like, you know?
They
This is
ain't woke, they choke. I call it.
exactly.
They sleep.
And now they want to go back and make all this shit that happened ages ago still relevant when we need to address what's going on these days. Okay,
They
because
do that with every black man. If
yep,
Hugh Hefner was doing the same thing R. Kelly's doing, just he was
hello,
white and R. Kelly's black.
hello, hello. That's what they always do. It's always been a culture of people in general for older men to go and get these babies out of their mama and papa's cradles and then start funding the family so people could do better and come up in status, come up from, you know, a lower class to middle class and then make another step up to, you know, the upper class. Like these things are these it's nothing new under the sun. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a different age and a different time, and now people are just so appalled and shocked about it because, like you said, it's a black man. They didn't bring it out about Hugh Hefner. They never brought it out about Elvis Presley. As many drugs, as many underage women those guys have also dealt with. It's only our black legends that get torn down because they wipe out the history. And I don't want to speak too much on that because I'm not trying to be targeted right now. You know, I got a lot of shit going on.
You don't want the Illuminati after you?
Of course not. Of course not.
Now, what's your thoughts on that? A lot of people say the Illuminati is something you got to sell your soul to the industry. You got to sell your soul to the devil and get fucked in the ass and do all that shit to get rich and do gay acts. And
I
I feel like that's bullshit because you got people out here who work hard and to get that level of success and they getting shitted on saying they had to do this type of secret society. Wait, before I let you go, how the fuck is a secret when everybody knows it
know about
exists?
it. Okay. Because that's exactly what I was going to say. I don't believe in it. It's all out here. It's just something to keep people frightened from actually pursuing their goals and their dreams. Because honestly, like I said, I am focused so much so on who my higher resources, who, you know, who's higher than me and where my resources truly come from, that I believe no man or woman for that matter can stop what's going to be for me, you know? So if I do come across all this success and it's because I've worked really, really hard at it, and then they tell me some stuff about this secret society that I have to join, I don't think I would be shook. I don't think I would be worried about it because if I've already come this far without it, you know, how is it going to make or break me now? If you stay true to who you are and know who you are, I don't believe in it. You know, I just feel like if it is out there, how is that different from all the other dangers or other bullshit you could get caught up in that's out there? It's always something out there. The difference is whether you you know, feed it life, give it your energy and entertain it, or you don't. I don't give it my energy. So for me, the Illuminati does not exist. You know,
Mm.
I don't give it my energy. In my world, it don't exist.
Facts, facts. I always thought it was bullshit though. Fucking
Ex-
Illuminati. My God. People just make up all kind of excuses, bro. People just make up all kind
exactly.
of bullshit. When somebody got money, they always got to make up an excuse. They had to do some gay act. They had to sell their soul. What the fuck is sell your soul? Where do we get this from? Sell you? Who's you selling your soul to? That's
It's,
the case. Anybody will sell their damn soul.
think about this. So you know how they were always preaching, we need to go to college, we need to go to college. However, years ago, before in the Black community, a lot of people couldn't go to college because it wasn't affordable to them. It didn't seem like something that was accessible to them, right? Then they started coming up with these ways to go to college. Now, majority of us go to college after high school, but yet it still starts us off at a disadvantage. You know, we pay all this money, we go into so much debt. I just feel like with everything, we are last of the totem pole to have access to it. And the reason why is because when it's first popping and when other cultures and anybody else are taking advantage of the advantages that it has, of the benefit factors from it, they want us to think that it's bad. It's something bad. No, you don't want to touch into this. You don't want to dabble in it. It's bad. They said the same thing about boarding school. Boarding school is actually not bad. Boarding school and private school for people that actually can afford to do it. But boarding school teaches you how to survive without that close-knit village of a family, which is what we have to eventually do when we get grown and older anyway. So why be thrown out there at say 21, 20, or 18 when you get of age to be considered an adult without any experience, when you could have went to boarding school for high school, had that advantage of being away from home but still having the support of family, because they still have to supply your meals, still have to fund you, things like that, and learn how to make the proper decisions with the resources that are being given to you. That way you could go out in the world as an adult and be a functional member of this society, you know. But yet and still, like everything else, we as a Black people, and just now, is some of us that are just now realizing these things, realizing that boarding school always had a negative stigma, when in actuality it could help you even more so than hurt you, you know.
Mm.
Um um if I follow my dreams and become popping, they're gonna think that I did it, that I sold my soul, or that I signed over my life to all these people, and I'm a part of the Illuminati. You know, is I just think that they put a negative stigma on things initially to keep us from going after it, to keep us from taking advantage of what benefits we could gain from it. You know, and that's, while I feel like in my heart that's true, I don't see enough people doing anything about it that makes me confident enough to stand up and say that I can go and stand up and fight for these rights, because I'm going to be supported. I'm going to be backed up by my people. It hasn't been enough support behind those who fight for these rights. And that's how we stay in the same circumstances, because they keep showing you anybody that's going to step outside of what we want you to be, you know, then we're going to have to take you out. Nipsey Hussle, prime example. I'm still hurt behind that.
Right, right.
That was staying in the community, living his dreams, building up the community while doing it, letting his people see him doing it. And then he's just all of a sudden taken out by gang violence when he was the most respected among every gang, no matter who he rode with. It was gangs that rep other colors that respected this man.
Right, right. I thought it was a very unfortunate situation what happened to Nip. But he just died. He died from somebody he knew. He knew.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you see that happen a lot though. I just feel like social media with the bullshit. Do you feel like social media make people feel more important than what they is? Like they seek validation.
Yes, 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 yes. I think that that's what a lot of these little groups or elite things that they have going on. You know, like it's levels to it. In college, certain folks with letters, you know, they feel like their letters make them more important than what they really are. You know, different things like that. I just feel like it's certain levels to what people do. Like when you get out here and as a functioning person in society, if you're a part of the government, You just have different advantages and different leniency that us regular folk don't get, you know? And I
Mm.
think that's what they use those sort of groups and categorize people in sections for, to just always have that camaraderie, because it has to be that way. That's the way we stay balanced. You can't just have everything good without the
Mm.
bad. You wouldn't know how to recognize the good without the bad, you know? So I just think that it all goes hand in hand. You take the good with the bad and you do the best that you can with it. You function how you understand how to function in this life with what they're giving us. Because they're giving us a lot of bullshit, honestly, in my
Yeah.
in my opinion.
You also see weed is legal in Chicago. How you feel about that?
It is. I think that that's good. I think that because when I was growing up, my family had a negative stigma with weed. I don't. Look, I enjoy a tree or two when I feel like it, but the fact that it's legal, I think it's good. I think the time is coming that we are to know what's going on. No more hiding things, you know, no more I gotta go sneak and do this or sneak and do that. No, put it out in the open. It's a time. I think the times we're living in is when people want to be informed, people want to know. Legalize the marijuana and allow people to start smoking. Maybe they might calm down and be slowed down and stop killing each other so much.
Get it? I feel like we need more drugs. But I feel like people gonna get drugs regardless though. People gonna get high. Even if they took all the drugs off the street, people get high off air freshener, paint,
That,
fucking goddamn glue and shit. They'll find ways to get high.
exactly. That is so true. And what I was gonna say was I don't know if we need more drugs. I just think that we need to understand what it should be used for, when it should be used. You know, I think we just need to be more responsible with the drugs that we already have. And things might, just might, change for the better.
No,
Right?
is weed the only drug you own?
Yeah, weed is the only drug that I've dabbled in outside like alcohol.
You never pop a perk or two.
No. I'm cool off the ecstasy. I have a very high sex drive already. So I mean I heard that's what people doing it for. Like I don't need a pill to get it. Instagram video.
Now you said you already high. You already got a high sex drive, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. They said they can increase that though. It make it go higher.
I mean, that's fine. I really don't want to go as further than what God plans to take me. I'm cool off of it.
Now, could you be in a relationship with somebody and tolerate bad sex?
No,
And what?
because if I'm gonna give my all, I need that same effort.
So
If,
that's a deal breaker
if
for
it's
you?
if it's bad and I tell you that it's bad and nothing changes, yes, deal breaker, done.
Don't you feel like that's a little shallow right there? He a
It.
good man, providing for you, paying
I
all the bills.
said that I wasn't shallow. It is shallow, but that's gonna go hand in hand because I could find somebody that's gonna give me the sex I want that could provide for me as well, right?
So you're saying you got options? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
And what, this is a question I always ask black women. This question because black women swear they pussy is the bomb. They swear it's like the bomb.com. They swear it's the best they ever, the best shit ever since we invented since goddamn smartphones. So at what point of time do options run out? Because you say you bound in your 30s, you in your early 30s. What point of time do a woman options run out?
I think it's like everything. You decide when. It's about you knowing your own limits. It's about you setting your standards and your boundaries. So I think I got options, but I don't utilize them all because everybody ain't for me. Everybody energy don't match, you know? So that's what I think. It's about knowing. I think as long as a person, a woman especially, is in tune with who she is, she's not gonna attract the shit that she don't want anyway. Period.
So you feel like in your 40s you got as many options as you had in your 30s and your 20s?
If you do it right. Yeah.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that because men and women age differently.
Give me your side. What you think?
I don't believe that. I feel like after a certain age, I feel like after 35, I feel like women start getting panicky and trying to find somebody to marry with at the time.
Okay.
Because women don't look better when they get older. Even if you was a 10 in your 20s, when you get in your 30s, you automatically about a 7 or 8. The
Okay.
looks go down.
Okay.
The older you get, as a woman, you go down. But as men, we get older because we can go get more money and we can get younger girls.
Okay.
So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. I don't think that they
I
go.
respect your opinion. I've heard it a million different ways. What I say is, like I said, knowing who I am, I don't attract things that I don't want. So, you know, it's just all a matter of when I find somebody who who has the same energy as me, as well as on the same page on where they are in life, completely content, have had their fun and want to build something. Because like you could never truly possess anybody, so I'm not going to say that I want somebody for mine to keep. No, I want somebody with the same aspirations and goals that we could move forward in the right direction together. That's how I feel. That's my own personal feeling. I know how this crazy world and society and social media got all these little kids just twisted up, but I'm so far removed from that. I'm a '90s baby. Like, I think I'm part of the last of a dying breed. You feel me? Because we still have a time where we can remember without all this technology too.
You was born in the early '90s. You were born in '91. I'm assuming.
I was born around that time. So anyway, we still have a time where I could remember there was no technology. and yeah, and now we have technology. It didn't do nothing but help improve what we already had without it. You feel me? So we in a good position, I think, in my opinion. That's why I don't stress. That's, you see me, you just said they don't look better when they get older. I think I've aged pretty damn well. And I'm gonna keep relaxing and keep on popping my gums too. Don't get me started, because I didn't come here for that. I just came here to shed a little knowledge. It's more than just about the face and the outer appearance. I think that you have to be just as beautiful on the inside. What I see.
Mm-hmm. Right, right, right.
We could go into that about men, and right now, I'm not pressed on it, on the issue of whether or not, you know, when I get 35, we gonna have to talk again. Then I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know how I feel. Like you said, you think 35 they start panicking. You gonna have to talk to me again. I'll
You
let you
press that panic button. You just oh shit.
know. Yeah, I doubt that that's gonna be me. I do have an audition soon at 2, so just wanted you to know that. Stay
Yeah.
mindful.
Are you trying to rush me off right now?
Just a tad. I'm not gonna lie to you either, J. Reed. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna keep it 100. Just a tad. Just
Yeah, yeah. How long you got right now?
I have a good 15 minutes left.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I feel like they're like though. I got a quote from Boosie. He said, "You gotta die or come home from jail to get love in this world." You feel like that?
Oh, I actually just saw that. You gotta die or come home from jail to get love in this world. Nope. Beyonce ain't dead. She ain't never died and ain't never been to jail. I love her. I think everybody loves her. So I think that there are some that fits, that might fit, but like I just gave you an example of one person that it doesn't fit. There's an exception to every rule. If that's what he feels, if that's his standard, that's just, about what he believes in. I don't believe that to be true. But then again, I'm not well educated on like how street shit go. I'm not so educated on that. So it could be different. That could be how it actually is out there when you come from that concrete jungle.
Fair. And you got like 20,000 followers. Like, how you get that large following before I let you go?
I bought him. What do you mean? I had a PR. He plugged me, and I got my Instagram followers up. I got that up because what I did was moved from Chicago to Atlanta, right? I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of people in Atlanta, but this was the market I was trying to break. So I had to come into contact with people who could get me to knowing people in Atlanta. Now, folks meet me, and I know just about as many people as I follow now, but at the same time, I did that like 4 or 5 years ago, and I didn't know nobody. I was very green in retrospect. And now I know just about that many people, but it's always a hit factor for them. They're like, I haven't heard of you yet, but damn, you got these many followers on Instagram. And then it's a conversation started right then and there. I'm not ashamed to say that I bought my followers. How you doing?
So where's the blue check at?
I don't need no blue check. I'm
Why
me.
you ain't buy the blue check?
Just because I just didn't want to go overboard. I'm not finna be out here flogging now. That's
I
that.
mean, you already bought the follow. They ain't organic. You might as well get the blue check. You might buy the whole cow instead of just the
The
milk.
thing is, I bought the followers to just network, and I was able to do that. The blue check is gonna say that I'm someplace that I am gonna be, but I'm not there yet. I'm not gonna, that the blue check I feel like will directly represent my status, whereas the followers, that's just different. That's just all a part of the network. Your network is your net worth, and the more I get to know people and build from that following that I have, will help me certify my name to the point that it deserves the blue check. I'm not pressed on that. When you know who you are, you can't be derailed from where you're going. So yeah, that's why the blue check is just different. That goes along hand in hand with what I'm actually doing in my career wise. The followers is just about what I'm doing as far as my network. And
You an actress, right?
yes, sir, I am.
Okay. You said thirst traps.
What is it?
You said thirst traps.
Do I set thirst traps?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I like to think that I don't, but come on now, I know what I'm working with. And I think that if you out here with certain goals in life, you should know what the hell you're working with. That's how you continue to, you know, go forward in your endeavors. Yeah, I know that I could put up naked pictures and definitely be on and popping, or put up half
Well, this
naked.
is right here. I feel like this right here is a thirst trap right here.
You feel like that one is a thirst trap?
Yeah.
Okay, I see you. That one, out of all the other ones, I have one that I'm in like panties and bra though. Why is
I
that
think
one?
I think I probably missed that one. That word that stood out the most to me. So I just feel like you were just showing your ass off right there. Was you trying to do that right there?
I was. That's definitely what it was. Um, I was looking good. I felt good. I knew I looked good, and I know niggas like ass and titties. So what's wrong with that?
You just like teasing guys in your DMs. You know you're not gonna respond to everybody. You just like teasing.
I don't
Help
like
your
to.
ego,
I don't normally respond. I don't. So no,
but
I
it
don't.
help your ego.
It does help the ego.
You gotta feed that ego, right? You gotta feed that beast.
You don't have to feed it.
Well, apparently you is.
I mean, how long ago removed is that picture from where we are today?
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about that
Exactly.
picture. We're not
So
talking about that. Stop trying to change the subject.
I'm not
Change
checking
the subject.
the subject.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that picture was put up for its purposes of showing off my assets, and it was looking very good that day. So I thought that that was the picture. That was the day to do it. I could show off my assets on any given day. It was just that day I knew, and by me knowing, it made me comfortable to flaunt it and show it off. I wasn't, because I didn't put it up there like to seek that validation. I didn't put it up there to like, I didn't even know it was gonna get as many hits as that. I just put it up there because I knew in my heart I was feeling good for me that day. You know, it was about me. 9 times out of 10, what I do is about me. So keep that in mind too. And it's that way for other people as well. 9 times.
How long,
What'd you say?
mhm. I said, how long you been an actress?
6 years.
And you're a professional actress, right?
Yes, sir.
And what movies have you played in? And actors and actors you worked with?
And what movies have I played in, and who else? And
And
actors.
who have you worked with?
So I've been in Greenleaf. I think that was the one thing that I've done that I actually had a chance to come into contact with A-listers. You know, like me myself, I'm B. You know, but I'm being bumped up to A before this year's out. Don't worry about it. But anyways, yeah, I got an opportunity to actually talk with Layman Rucker. Um, I met Lynn Whitfield outside of acting though. We were just like in a mall, and she was shopping. She was very um incognito, so to speak, but I recognized her, and she gave me the head nod, and I understand when people don't want to be bothered. But yeah, the set that I've seen the most famous people was on Oh, and also the set of Star too. Yeah, the set of Star, Ryan Destiny, and I had an opportunity to be in the presence of those women, and Kiki Palmer as well. She actually performed on that episode too. Queen Latifah, also, I think it's Wolf James is his name, but yeah, that was a great experience. And then this experience this year that I've had, I was actually like in the house of a famous actor, and I'm not gonna say just because that's nobody's business, but it was
You was a
on.
male actor?
Huh?
You was a male actor?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a male actor, but it was like a event though. So it was tons of other. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It was their house.
Oh, it was one of them Hollywood parties, ain't it?
Yeah,
Like Cat Williams said, where everybody doing cocaine and strippers
I
and
don't
all
know
that.
about that. All I know is that I was in attendance, meaning that I am somebody. That's how I equated in my head. That's how I
Who
keep
was
it.
the other people there?
Who were some other people there?
Yeah, at this party.
Um, I don't know. I don't know these people. I know them. I know them from being on TV, but I don't know these people, so it's not my
So
business.
who's the people on TV that we probably know?
Oh, some of the people on TV that you probably know, or maybe people that you don't know, like, geez, I can't really remember like their real name.
Now you can't remember.
I
Okay,
can't
okay.
remember their real
Why you don't
name.
want to share that celebrity name though? Y'all signed
I
some
don't.
contract.
I'm Morgan Brock. You here talking with Flourish, Morgan Brock, the one. So it doesn't
Uh,
matter who they was.
is there any celebrities in your DMs?
Of course not.
No, not yet.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
Okay. Are you a millionaire? How much they paid you to be on Greenleaf in these other episodes?
No, I'm not a millionaire. I do background. That was background work when I did it. So I did get a check that was something I was able to write off. But no,
How
I've been
much?
I've been a millionaire over and over and over again. But you know where that money went?
Where?
Ability, support, making it happen, making a way, eating every day, surviving, living. So yeah, I am a millionaire. I done
How much?
been several times. You just don't see it on paper yet.
How much they paid you?
How much they pay me?
Yeah.
I at least get like what, $60 every 8 hours, and if we go into overtime, it's time and a half. So whoo, I done had them big $200 checks come to my mailbox.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being on the platform, Morgan.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate it. But what I was gonna say is that's just humbling though. It just because now where I'm at now and the roles I have now, the checks have gotten bigger. I don't care to speak on it because I'm still a working class citizen. It's still a job. It's not much. When you see me hit the Paramount and all of that, then we still not gonna discuss the checks, but it's gonna have a little bit more zeros.
I mean, all you got to do is get in a fake relationship or have sex with the right actor. You might get bigger roles. You might be in a bigger situation. You
I'm
know what I'm saying?
I'm not interested in that. My ego is big enough that it don't have to be fed that much. You feel me? So
But you still got to feed it something though.
something. That's why I'm doing this interview with you. This makes me feel great. I'm so honored that you reached out and just wanted to talk to me. This makes me know that I am somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You somebody to somebody though.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Got any shout outs, anything for others you?
I just want to say shout out to the Most High, shout out to my grandmothers and my ancestors that walk with me on the journey, and shout out to my family, which is my why, who I do it for. So
Hey man, I appreciate you though. You be safe out there.
thank you so much, and you too.
Yeah.